chili more. Like, more. But I like chili a lot. Just more. Oh, wait, do we have a clipper? That looks like a clipper. Oh, he's just floating, you asshole. But, like, there's two kinds of chili that I really like to eat. And I wish I could just eat them all the time. But, like, I get sick of it. But, like, oh, it's good in fiber. It's good in protein. It's good in, I think, shit, what is it? Beans are really good in something random. It's like B vitamins or something. Or is it D? It might be D. But after, like, the 4th time reheating chili, it's just, like, it's too much. So for a while, I was eating, like, good red chili and then, white chili. Switching, like, the bases of the chili up. But, ugh. Then I just got, like, super sick of chili. But, like, chili's so good. Okay, so there's no clouds at night, like, whatsoever. So much for dark cloud, right? It's been long enough since you said that, I can say it, right? I waited. I stole your joke. Okay. That's 3 eerily sized, or eerily similar sized. That sounds redundant. Wow, it's like... Does the sky look colorless? What's going on? Why the sky looks like it's lacking color, right? There's like a strip of purple down the middle, but... There's definitely something funky going on. Wow, either my PS2 is like dying, or the clouds in the sky are like different colors. Okay, it's starting to get some color back to it. That was so weird. Yeah, they, okay, so now the sky looks normal colored. PS2s are probably one of the cheaper consoles around here as well. I think the only one that's like considered more worthless just because of how many there are and how cheap they are is, I guess, I can't remember which one of them it is, but it's one of the Xboxes. I think it's the first one. But like one of the game stores I go to, the guy jokes that like 2 of the cash registers at the stores are actually balanced on top of, I think it's an Xbox, but it might be the Elite because the Elite's flatter. I think the cheapest console is probably the 2nd generation of PS3. Nice, yeah, that's pretty much how it was. Gaming's gone through some weird transitions. I mean, again, when it first started, like, shit was expensive to buy, but if you didn't like the game, you couldn't give it away. Like, you literally couldn't give bad games away. But like nowadays, bad games are rare because they weren't kept nicely. So people pay top dollar for it. It's such a weird spot. That's not too bad. It'd have to be pretty yellow from like cigarette smoke for them to sell it for 50. I mean, it'd have to be sticky to the touch or something. Dang. I actually don't have a PS1. We had one at my grandparents' a long time ago because I think one of my cousins had brought it there so everybody could play a PS1 when we were stuck there. But I myself never had one. Which sucks because there was a lot of games that I played on that thing that I have like memories of, but again, they were never my games. So like I didn't play them often and I didn't get to keep them. I have a PS2 that doesn't play. Well, I have 2 PS2s. The second one actually plays PS1 games, but my first PS2 does not play PS1 games anymore. It is dying slowly. Very slowly. It's 20-something years. It's an original PS2, I think. I think we were actually talking about this. I forgot to look what numbers it was. Where would I find that? Can I look at that without flipping it over? Because, like, when the sun comes up, I'll just actually look. I mean, I could look with the lights on, but I'm lazy. Oh, was it not you? I was talking to somebody about the model of PS2 I might have. We were talking about how the slim one I have overheats, and then the big one I have I've left on for days. Okay. Backlight, okay. I didn't know if I had to flip it over or not. Whoa, that's a little guy. Not the best weight either. Not what you want to see. Too many small fry. Alright, well, I'm gonna look now because I'm curious. no idea where I'm fucking looking. Although... I might be wrong. This might not be my original PS2. I'm gonna guess that it's not, because on the back there is a GameStop refurbished sticker. So I'm guessing the other PS2 sitting on my counter is my PS2. Oh god. I'm gonna have to flip that one on. I wonder if that's the one with the fucking broken disc tray. Now I'm confused. Because if I remember correctly, I switched PS2s when I got to college because the refurbished one didn't work. I don't even remember now. I have no idea what's happening right now. Yeah, but if I remember correctly, like, I stopped using it because it stopped working. And I got lucky that my original one started working. But, like, now I'm playing on the GameStop one, so I don't actually know what's going on. I'll have to plug in the other one to see if it works at all. Because my original PS2 played PS1 games. And then, like, one of them stopped playing PS1 games, and I switched to the other one. I can't remember now. Now I feel like my whole world's a lie. But now I have 3 PS2s. 2 fat ones and a slim one. Yeah, see, this isn't that good of a fish. But see, if this would have been a good fish, I would have lost it. Because I wiggled the stick 2 times after I hooked it. You can wiggle it once after you hook it. But if you wiggle it twice after you hook the perfect fish, it's gone. It's a 1 wiggle rule. Nice. Nice. You're only like, what, 96 away from a supercomputer? You get to space with that bad boy. Nice. So, like, my local game store says that those aren't, like, actually rare or anything like that, but I call bullshit. Although I will say that they sell all of the silver ones for less because they show scuffs like crazy. Not very rare. Okay. So that does make sense. Because, like, I didn't think they were, like, exclusive or anything, but, like, I definitely don't remember anyone from my childhood walking around with, like, a silver one. Yeah, I went with a black one just because every silver one I found seemed like it'd been put through the ringer, but, like, it just seemed like that's also how they are. Like, no matter what you do, it's gonna get scuffed. Yeah. People are making, like, crazy custom shells and whatnot nowadays. The local game store near me had a crystal blue PS2. It was Japanese, obviously. But, like, I wanted it so bad just to have a, like, crystal blue PS2. I'd have no games to play on it. Oh, they make shells for the slims, but not the fats? Interesting. I didn't know that. That makes me sad I didn't get the crystal. I mean, I didn't have any games to play in Japanese, but I wanted that PS2 so bad. I think the only, like, limited edition PS2 you can actually get your hands on is, like, a white one. I think there was a limited edition white PS2 or something like that. Yeah, I freaking limited edition run thing, or not limited edition, but like limited runs. The limited run that hurts me the most is, I guess there was a 3DS adapter. Like some company, I guess, made an adapter that plugged into where the charger goes, and it led to like an HDMI or something. I can't exactly remember how the fucking adapter worked, but like it was a way to stream straight from the 3DS. And Nintendo obviously was just like, yeah, you're gonna want to knock that off or you'll never feed your children again. And like now every so often when you like look them up on eBay, they're going for like $1,000, and it's just like, well, that's neat. I swear a lot of that stuff is just like angry employees who like have the technology and have the resources to make these things, and then they just make a few thousand and then disappear. I've only come to that conclusion. Yeah, it's really weird, but there are like official, non-official hookups for the 3DS. I've just come to the conclusion that every so often stuff like that actually gets made by employees in the factory sneakily. And like, I've only got that hunch because of that whole Pokemon card fiasco where all of those Pokemon cards just appeared on like the fucking black market and nobody had an explanation as to like where they came from or how they got made. And like, it just made me realize that somewhere, every so often, there has to be an employee who's just like, oh, I bet if I use these tools, I could make something. Oh shit, this is cool. I wonder if I could sell it. And then they sell like 30 or 40 of these things that they've made, and then they're gone. But I don't know, because I was on the Trail of one time. I can't remember exactly what the name of it was. But like, I had been Googling like ways to stream off of actual 3DS hardware without modding, and there's like one weird ass brand of fucking cords that got made. But like, the company no longer exists, they don't make anything, and you can rarely find the cords. God, that was like a year ago or more that I did that like fucking hunt. And again, I found one of the cords and it was going for like $1,000, and I just immediately remember looking at it and going, oh, of course, that makes sense. And then just gave up. And then I looked into emulation and realized I'm too stupid for that. God, it makes me so like nervous just to download like an ad blocker to go to a website. Because like, I genuinely feel like I'm going to download a virus getting the ad blocker. It's just like, I'm not built for the internet. That is probably smart. But with Opera GX, I can control how much bubble. Oh my god. Fucking bullshit. It's like mind-boggling that that's not a monopoly yet in like the world. Like, I know McAfee people joke about, but like Norton, I guess maybe Norton. Like, how is there just not like some crazy monopoly ad blocker? Excuse me, I'm dying over here. Maybe because the people who could create the best ad blocker are making too much money off of not making ad blocker specifically. I don't know. Interesting. Sellouts. I remember in the early 2000s of the era of like where you'd buy a laptop or something and it would just, yeah, it would come with like Norton or McAfee, and then when it ran out, it was almost as bad as a fucking virus. You'd turn on your computer or something, it takes 6 minutes to load the fucking pop-ups for the antivirus. You'd have to click through a bunch of fucking yeses and nos, trying not to spend $40. They have your name, your location, and your credit information. Yeah, no, it's awful. And like it comes installed on way too many products. It's wild. It's like actually wild how well they got away with the fucking like drift or grift. I think it's a grift, not a drift. The craziest one I've been watching, speaking of which, of like giant scams, is that fucking like colorblind stuff. Like I'm waiting on, I don't know if part 3's been released to this guy's little documentary on it, but like, again, I just never paid attention to it. I just thought like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, thank God science finally fixed their eyes. Like, ha ha ha. But like I've been watching like his little mini series on it, and it's just like, oh my God, like, they went hard with the scam. Like, they've got child actors, they've got grown men crying, they've got people pretending to like name new colors they haven't seen. Like, this shit's fucking crazy. Yeah, I try to be a believer because I'm a giant fucking asshole, like, naturally. So I usually try to give things the benefit of the doubt, but like, man, as soon as I see it, I love it. I love being like, that's bunch bullshit. What the fuck? Fuck these people. But I try to believe. But again, I'm not colorblind, so I never really thought about it twice either. Like, a little insensitive, I'll say that. A little bit. But at the same time, like, it's not a challenge I face. Never actually thought about the glasses making sense or not. But yeah, when you think about it for like a second, it's like, wait, what does it do to your eye? Because it'd have to do something to your eye. But yeah, I like, and again, it was funny just watching the video, like, explain it. But yeah, like, I think you mentioned this, but the contrast is all that's changed. And essentially, they changed the contrast so much that like the colors you can't normally see are gone, and you're seeing technically different colors, but it's because everything's been turned like such a deep purple red. Yeah, that's fair. You've been walked around the old carousel, put on the horse, ridden the horse, gotten off the horse. You know the song and dance. Right. Where are the big fish at? I'm looking for records. Looking for records, mate. I got a plesiosaur behind me. I know these guys are eating sardines. Where are the big fucking fish? I mean, it would make sense that these guys are eating swordfish and sharks. Look at the size of these fuckers. Not big enough. Big fuckers need to leave my fish alone. Alright, so I need to see a big fish by pretty much the 2-hour mark. Otherwise, I don't know. It's either another... If I don't see another giant fish in 2 hours, I think it's a reset. I either need to see a bigger fish. I'd have to go back and actually watch my 187 video. Like the start of it. I think I caught a 140 something. Like a 146. Which is why I was so upset that I missed out on the 156 start. But we just caught a 156. So technically we should be on the same path. I want to say I caught my 187 4 hours into my farming session. So if we record for another 4 or another 2, that should put us at 5 hours. So we should pass it even with my obnoxious breaks. That's a little guy. We saw a little guy earlier. Did we see the little guy and then catch the big fish? Or did we see the little guy, another fish, and then the big fish? Okay. It's another little guy. Maybe it's not a big cycle. That'd be cool. If it was a big, like, fucking 3-hour cycle you had to go through or some shit. Clouds are pretty heavy again. Getting tiny fish again. This is no good. This is no good at all. Alright, there's the big gap in clouds. So I don't think... Oh, this is another one of those fish that's exactly half as big as the max, I think. So this is going to be like a 100 250. You know what? 105 252. It's gonna be exactly half of max. Nope, 113 320. Actually quite large. Take it back. Take it back now, y'all. Interesting. Okay. Like I didn't even know what I was looking at. I'll have to take a second look here in a moment at the back. Now that I'm not so shocked about the green GameStop sticker. Oh my gosh, I just saw a Reddit post the other day about somebody sending in their controller. was like to Microsoft support or something like that, and they were like, Microsoft support stole my fucking D-pad and thumbsticks. And everybody in the comments were like, this person didn't read the instructions. This person didn't read the instructions about removing everything removable, blah, 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 blah. And it was like all this stuff about how the original poster should have actually like taken apart his controller if he cared about it at all. And it was just like, oh my god, that would have been me. Like, I would have trusted them to fucking give me a real controller back, not steal my faceplate and all my other shit. It's like, dear God, like, at that point, you're just literally, yeah. Like, you're just sending them a shitty controller so they can send you back a decent one. But yeah, if you don't keep any of your custom stuff, they're fucking stealing that shit. I guess there was like some super famous, I couldn't even look at it. But there was like some super famous post somebody had linked about like this guy sending in this limited edition signed Xbox. And it was just like, why? Why would you trust somebody at customer service to fix that and send it back to you? Like, I try to be trusting, but like, no. Like, they're gonna tell you that thing's broken, past warranty, and just send you back a new one and be like, oh yeah, sorry about that. We lost it, so we sent you another one. But sorry. Thankfully, those are like popping up all over the world because like they do not make electronics to last anymore. Like, there's so much room inside for like shit to just gather and build up. They're not meant to be like that. Like, when I opened up my PS4, it was wild how many like strangely almost useless compartments there were for hair just to gather. And it was just like, what's supposed to go here? It's like, I actually can't tell. It's like, I don't know anything about PC parts and whatever, but it's just like, compared to when you look inside like the other consoles from past generations, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, it's like you could actually make these things smaller, I think. I also don't know why they don't make them more open. Like, they literally make them into hair traps. Oh my god, yeah, and they're just so annoying to open. Yeah, I mean, literally. That's literally what my PS4 lasted, and just, it bricked. And it was just like, I don't know what to do about this. And I had to buy like a toolkit and fucking take it apart and clean the whole thing out top to bottom. And it runs pretty well now. If I'd have done that from the beginning, I think it would have been perfectly fine. But yeah, they're like literally designed to collect dust and hair. Because I sprayed it out like at least once a week. That was one of my big things, just buying a new can of dust every week to spray it out. But like, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Possibly. That is most likely the problem. I've been hearing that a lot of PS5s are actually losing their fucking thermal paste or whatever because they're meant to be stood up, but like it's causing the thermal paste to drip down. So they should actually be laid down, which is not how they're supposed to be set. But I've seen a lot of people are actually struggling with their PS5s now because of that. Oh, I wouldn't put it past them. Low quality. When you gotta make 1 million consoles for the scalpers to buy, what does it really matter? It's not our fault you bought a scalper's PS5. We put shitty thermal paste in it. You told us to do something. Oh my god, that's exactly how they would think. Fuck you, Sony, you assholes. You told us to do something about the scalpers, so we did. We sold them a bunch of shitty PS5s. Isn't that hilarious? They bought them. Problem solved. Oh my god, that's like the exact kind of disconnect I expect out of like a corporation like that. We really stuck it to those scalpers selling them shitty products. Oh, what do you mean they returned them to Walmart and you guys ended up with them? Well, you weren't supposed to do that. It's not supposed to be funny, but it is. I genuinely never wanted to get into PC gaming purely out of just like spite because of every PC gamer I've ever had the encounter, or I guess I should have said that differently, the displeasure of meeting has always just been like, you just haven't actually made the switch. Blah, blah, blah. You just gotta, and it's just like eventually I just got to the point where it was like, no, I'll never play a PC. But after that whole scalper fiasco with the consoles, it was just like, geez, I can deal with that, or I can deal with the scalpers stealing fucking graphics cards. And then it got to the point where it was literally cheaper to buy pre-builds based on the graphics cards they came with than to actually like try to piece together your PC. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the conclusion I've come to. I like PC gaming, but like I don't even use it to its full extent. I literally use my PC to be a big console, which I think is so funny because that's actually the ultimate middle finger to most PC gamers. I have found, at least in my experience, is just using it as a big glorified console. Hilariously, even less than most consoles, because I play Pokemon and PS2 games on it. But like actually through my PS2. So like I'm not even it's just recording the PS2. So like it's even better. Not even an emulator. It's a legit PS2 hooked up through an HDMI like adapter. I just literally use the computer to record it. I literally wouldn't call myself a PC gamer because I'm still on a PS2. But you know, I've got a Steam account. Pretty much. It's just a big, and yeah. I think I have an Elgato actually, which sucks because I guess Elgatos can't record PS3 or PS3s can't be recorded in general, is what I'm understanding. Which sucks because there was some PS3 stuff I wanted to record. But I guess you can't. But, you know, almost everything on the PS3 can be played on other consoles, so it's not a total loss. But, you know. Oh, I don't know what that is. But that would explain some of the posts I saw that they said it was possible. That would make sense. Yeah, because from what I understood, the PS3 is like not supposed to be able to be like recorded because it was like one of the new Blu-ray things, so they were like trying to fight piracy. So that would make sense. That would make sense. Why nobody was like actually explaining how or why it was possible. So, understandable. No, and like my biggest problem with like PC gaming is like, and this literally goes to every corner of PC gaming. And like, I'll say it right now. I'll say it to all of your faces. There's so much cheating. Like, in every corner. Like, maybe it's just because I grew up on consoles and stuff and cheating wasn't possible. But like, my God. Like, I feel like nobody actually plays normal games. Like, it's crazy that when I switched to PC gaming, I had to realize that there actually is a category of gaming called vanilla. Like, I don't know if it's just because I was on console that I've always been looking at other people play console, but like, holy shit. Like, it actually ruined Twitch partially for me because I think I realized at a certain point that I was watching people play with mods and I just didn't realize it. Because I was assuming that they were playing vanilla. But like, holy god. Everything is modded. Call me old-fashioned. It's not even old-fashioned. People older than me mod the fuck out of their games. But like, even then, like, that's why I said all corners. Like, it's wild to me on PC that like nobody plays vanilla games anymore. If it can be modded, that fucker's modded. It's wild to me. Like, more power to you. Like, I want to know what's under the hood, but like, it never occurred to me. Like, I was watching Lethal Company the other day, and I got like 20 minutes into a video before I realized that like the guy had fucking an extra teammate, and it just didn't occur to me. And it was just like, wait, holy shit, what the fuck? Are there 5 of them? And then, yeah, like, every so often, like, the fucking Nightbot or whatever would stroll by and chat and be like, yeah, modless. And it's like, oh. Didn't you make, like, a whole map or something? Or a whole expansion? Or you tried to. I think we talked about it slightly. I go overboard, so, like, maybe it's just my own personal opinion, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like you're not playing the original game. But, like, at the same time, like, I've modded. It's just, I know by the end of it, I'm not playing the original game. Oh, no, maybe it was somebody else, then that'd be wild, but... Like Pokemon, oh my god, when I get a hold of like some mods for Pokemon or an action replay or something like that, it's just like after a few hours, it doesn't feel fun anymore. And like it's such a strange experience, but I know it's because I'm modding. And I'm not taking the challenge away. Usually I make things harder. But it's just like at a certain point, it just doesn't feel as good as the vanilla experience. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I just can't stop myself from going too far. Maybe I need to control my modding. Nice. I don't know exactly what that is, but I had, I think, Game Shark discs is what I had. I always remember Action Replay being like the cool one, and then Game Shark was like the one you could actually like find on the regular basis. Or maybe I'm misremembering that. I remember getting a bootleg cheat code disc for Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy X and spending like an entire day like crying as a kid because I couldn't figure out how to get the disc to work. Looking back on it, it was probably just a bullshit like bootleg disc with almost nothing on it besides like a fake title screen to be like, here's where the cheats are. But like, doubly looking back at it, maybe I was just that stupid of a kid and couldn't figure it out, and it makes me sad that I don't have it anymore. Because a Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy X fucking like Game Shark disc would be worth thousands of dollars now. But I just remember like putting the disc in and being so dumbfounded as to how to get it to work. We're catching a lot of these small ones all of a sudden. Oh yeah, it was nothing like that. We had like random like 2-piece games. It'd be like cheats for one game and another game on the same disc. But the Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy X one was like, I have to figure out how this works. I never could. I even remember like showing it to friends and they'd all like take a stab at it and nobody could ever figure out how to actually get it to work. And then like what's even stranger, is then I remember like a few years ago when like the pandemic hit, I pulled out the PS2 to play Final Fantasy 12. And when I opened up my Final Fantasy 12 like saves and stuff on my memory card, one of them had all of the characters at max level in like a few hours, which is not possible. So I have no idea if I actually figured out like, oh wow, it works for Final Fantasy 12, not Final Fantasy 10 as a kid or something, and just forgot. But like I definitely had a cheated save file on my PS2 when I pulled it back out. I'm not even sure if I still have that save file or if I deleted it. Because like it had nothing. It was literally just the characters all max level, no rare items or anything, and just like a few hours of playtime. And it was like, what the fuck is this? Like I would remember if I did this as a kid. But I don't. So like maybe I was just modifying Final Fantasy 12 data that whole time. Who knows? I don't. But it was a neat little memory to stumble into. I wish I'd have kept a lot of my save files from when I was a kid. I got rid of a lot of them, actually, like within the last 5 years during the pandemic. Because it was just like, well, if I'm going to be stuck inside, I'm going to play my PS2. What else can I do? Then play the PS2. What a great way to spend time. Think of a better way to spend your time. I mean, like, it was a horrific time in history. I just checked mine the other day. My oldest save that I didn't delete during the pandemic is from 2007, which isn't that old, but it's pretty fucking old. But I didn't delete it because I don't have the game to it anymore, and I'm probably not going to buy it because it's like $100, but I did go, like, before I deleted all of them, I went through all my old saves, but I wasn't streaming or anything back then. I've only been streaming for like a little over a year now. And that's only because it's so easy now. It is so easy to stream now that like somebody even of my skill level can manage it. If it wasn't for the fact that it literally just was the click of start streaming and stop recording, like, I'd still fuck this shit up. Literally. Like, they made it so... And there was an update not too long ago, probably 6 or 7 months ago, that actually made it so when OBS records your videos, it's directly, like... And maybe I was just wrong about this, but it's directly formatted into the same video type that YouTube uses now. Because I think at the start when I started recording, or the beginning when I started recording, or the beginning of when I started recording, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say, you actually had to reformat the OBS videos into a different one. But like now you can literally just upload them straight from OBS to YouTube, and it's just so fucking easy. Okay, like an hour and 10 minutes. Hopefully we should see a monster. If we don't see a monster in an hour and 10 minutes, we restart. Oh, it might. I don't know. I literally, this stuff is so confusing to me. It literally just baffles me. Like, I get baffled. But I have been playing video games not like this my entire life, because I've always wanted to. Every time I try to play games like this my entire life, my parents would just yell at me to go outside. So now that I have the opportunity, I'm taking the full advantage of it. But like, I would just play games blindly when I was a kid because I just thought they were fun. I loved exploring the world, figuring out what I could do. And then again, it happened. I got stuck in a couple games, and I got way too overpowered, and it was just like, oh my god, I'm God. I control life. Death. And then, I think the first game I ever truly, like, min-maxed in, like, okay, I need to fight this enemy at this level, I need to be here by here, was Dragon's Dogma in, like, 2012. Well, Skyrim was like the predecessor to that, because I was like trying to figure out like the fastest ways to get to max level with the Org of Infinium. But I think the first time I ever heard anybody talking about min-max in a game was, and again, coincidentally, Oblivion, because I remember people talking about getting arrested and sent to prison to lower their main stats so they could keep leveling up their sub-stats. And I just remember thinking, like, what? And they're like, you get arrested so it lowers your main stats so that you get more time to level up your sub-stats. And it was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like, well, you get your sub-stats to 100, then you can level up all your main stats to 100, and then you have a perfect character. And it's like, what the fuck? How long does that take? Oh, it takes like months. But like, then you're a max level character. You basically want to pick all your worst skills as your main stats, and then your best stats as your backup ones. And it's like, what the fuck, you guys? But lo and behold, I actually thought that shit was kind of fun. So it's kind of how I started to head in my way of playing games. And then I started playing Dragon's Dogma because I had a bunch of friends tell me it was too difficult. It wasn't fun anymore. It was too difficult of a game. So I was like, oh, okay, I gotta see what this is all about. So I got into Dragon's Dogma because I thought Skyrim was way too easy. Alright, so fresh fish. That is the first 50... I think 55 fish. Alright, so let's update our go live notification to 55 fish. A lot of hamas. But I would get way into Dragon's Dogma, and then, like, when that game first came out, that community, I would have to delete some items that I can't really part with to open up that many inventory slots. But that would be fun. That community was like so into min-maxing that it blew my mind. Because I don't know if you have any experience with Dragon's Dogma, but you can level up as certain classes to get more stats than other ones. Or you can level up as a certain class to get more stamina instead of attack, or more magic, or this, or that, or this. And they're basically like, okay, so for the first 5 levels, you're going to want to learn to decide between stamina or attack strength. Or if you're doing a magic build, that. And then after level 10, you're going to want to switch to one of your main classes. And then the main class is going to switch after level this to blah, 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 that. And it's like so complex depending on whether you want a stamina build, a min-max strength build, a magic build. It's wild. But they do it because it used to matter, at least. It doesn't matter as much anymore. But when that game first came out, if you min-maxed your character perfectly, you could run around the map just shooting like cyclopses and dragons, and they just died. And it was like hilarious. You were literally a godlike figure. However, back then, you could get like plus 150 strength bonus, and now the max you can have, I think, is 70? Like, with all of the stats focused on strength, you can have plus 70%. But, like, back in the day, you could quite easily have 150% plus, like, to your strength. And then again, if you min-max your attack, it was just, like, unbelievable how much damage you could do. But the developers didn't like that, so they changed it. Which, it's like it's a fucking single-player game. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's your fault you did this, you dumbasses. Playtest. playtest. Any companies out there listening, I know you're not, but if you ever do, if any company ever hears this or you want to develop a game, pay your fucking playtester to play the whole fucking game. The end too. What the fuck? It is baffling how many games have terrible end game content just because the playtesters never even get to touch it. Just unpolished, untouched, horrible end game content. What was that new game Amazon made? It's not even new anymore. New World. I think it's literally called New World. Fucking one of my favorite videos on the internet is, I think, Josh Strife Hayes tearing into that game. Because at a certain point, like, people leveled up faster than Amazon thought they would. And they were discovering that, like, the outfits didn't fit anybody's character because Amazon hadn't even bothered to, like, map them to people's character sizes. Because they were like, yeah, there's no way everybody gets to, like, level 40 within a couple months. And then, like, as people were unlocking level 40, they were like, what the fuck is wrong with my hat? Why does my shirt not fit? Okay, my pants are showing my legs through them. And it's just, again, because they didn't think anybody would level up that fast. Like, people talk shit about them. Mad shit. And I do too. But Genshin Impact was one of the few games I've ever seen where they were ready for people to grind. That's crazy. I actually wanted to check out the Age of Conan because I like Conan Exiles so much. And I'm like dying for a new MMO in my my soul. Because I can't give Blizzard money. I can't give them my time. I can't give them my money. They're hiring weirdos. Like, there's something, you can't accidentally hire that many weirdos. And I need, like, an MMO that's got, like, single-player content. Because I don't like raids and stuff. And, like, World of Warcraft's actually got enough just dicking around. I know raids and stuff are big in that game, but, like... I'll have to check it out. I've been watching a lot of Josh Strife Hayes try to find one. And I think one day I'll find one that clicks. If Dungeon Runners ever got brought back, that would take up so much of my time. That was essentially the free version of World of Warcraft, but like, it knew it was the free version. Star Citizen, nice. 112,378, that's an interesting fish. $112, like 350, 125, 350. That's when the fish really start to kick it up. I would have to, like, this is such a weird thing to even think about. I would have to see the average Dark Cloud 2 player try and catch a fish that size to see if they even have a chance. Because I just don't think they do. Which one? Oh. Am I thinking of EVE Online? No, Star Citizen's, like, getting close, though. I feel like I've been hearing about Star Citizen. Or it was, like, last... Two years ago? I feel like there was a year on Reddit where there was nothing but Star Citizen information. It was wild. It was, like, recent. Like, the game's real. That's one of the... I think that was, like, the whole deal. Was like, that they proved that the game was real. Or some shit. And not just a giant scam like every other Kickstarter game. That's crazy that you backed that long ago. Good for you. An OG. I wish that term would die. It's been abused. There are games that are truly still in the alpha state, and it's hard to take them seriously anymore because other companies have just ruined it. I think one of the fucking worst offenders of that is 7 Days to Die. I think that game's been in alpha for almost a decade. I just downloaded it the other day and like cracked up laughing because it says this game is an alpha build, blah 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 blah. And it was just like, you've got to be shitting me. Like, I'm pretty sure there's people with mods that are in like further points than alpha. But I mean, for like God's sakes, Ark re-release an unfinished game. Oh, nice. Now, that's not going to be one of those things where, like, you actually have to be afraid of being robbed of the ship. Because, like, I hope you know people are going to target you. Like, can you be robbed of that ship? Or is it going to be a situation where you die and restart with that ship? Because you are going to be targeted. I'm just going to tell you that now. I could target you. It could be me. I got insider information. That'd be crazy. I couldn't do it. If somebody could steal my ship, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to play that game. I'd feel like everybody's out to get me. Or I'd be the guy out to get it. Oh. Now see, that's cool. The only thing that would suck about that is, do you think there's going to be anybody who just duplicates the ship and ruins the market? I mean, you wouldn't care because you have the ship for life, but like, do you think there's going to be somebody who's like some sort of lame-ass hero to the people and just like sets up an account to die repeatedly? I could see that. Oh, nice. Good. Excellent. Because I was just like, there's totally gonna, if they don't have that, there's totally just gonna be like, oh yeah, you fly to this coordinate and this galaxy right now outside this nebula, and it's just a parked ship. Literally says, shoot me. And you can just take it. It's there every Tuesday. I hope Star Citizen's the kind of game that brings back those, like, legendary no-lifers where it's just some random guy who's way over-geared holding down, like, an entire part of, a solar system. And it's like, well, if you need beryllium, you have to get past him. And it's like, he's level, like, 980. How's that even possible? It's like, I don't know, dude, but... I mean... if you fly out in just your spacesuit, he'll let you go down to the planets. And it's like, what? You gotta leave all your stuff behind. He'll let you take one person's worth of beryllium. What the fuck? Like, those old school World of Warcraft, like, land blocker people, like, that's legendary shit. I feel like that stuff just doesn't exist anymore. And I hope Star Citizen's the kind of game to bring it back. My god, if there was a good, like, MMO that came out that interested me, I would do that. I think that shit's so funny. Now, you don't have to, like, be offensive about it. There's no reason to be an edgelord. But... yeah, I was gonna say, I remember something, like, being playable or something like that. Because I remember, like, it caused a big stir because people thought Starfield was coming out, but it was Star Citizen. And then fucking Starfield just blew ass. I shouldn't even say that, because that might even have been decent compared to what fucking Star Citizen did. I'm gonna be honest, like, the modern gaming market just, like, turns me off so much from gaming. I really don't even want to buy Dragon's Dogma 2, but I love Dragon's Dogma so much that, like, I'm just afraid. Like, I think it's gonna be so much fun. I want to be there. I want to play it. I'm not gonna wait a fucking year for it to come out on, like, its sale. I gotta play it. You do find hidden gems. I just feel like there's enough bogus game reporters out there that even, like, those games get covered enough that they can get caught by somebody who actually gives a shit. I don't know. Every so often you definitely do. Oh no, absolutely. It's king of the fucking is there another system that actually has more than 10 fast food sponsored games? The Wii might. You might be right on that. The Wii's pretty fucking notorious. It's just, and I've said this before, and it's kind of like my whole shtick with this. I think the PS2 was the end of the necessity breeds innovation kind of thing. Because, like, once you got to the PS3 and PS4, they stopped pushing games because they just couldn't. I mean, they couldn't make games more realistic. So they should have been making them better. But they weren't. And it just kind of fell off. I don't know. I could just be bitter. Because again, I grew up playing games like Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. And my god, those games fell off. They used to be so fucking good. And then it was just like, what's going on here? Like, you guys used to be some of the fucking, like, leading, like, innovators. Like, you did crazy shit. And then it was just like, you guys have all the fucking room on the game now to make these cool-ass games, but... Yeah, no, like, that's another thing. Like, Pokemon, that bums me out so much. Like, just so much. And that's one thing that makes me bitter about the fans, is you're absolutely right about that. Like, the whole... I had to quit playing Apex Legends. Because, like, I felt like every time I'd go on Reddit, everybody was just basically like, we're not playing this game anymore. We're not playing anymore. And then, like, I'd go to play Apex, and they'd be bragging about some, like, new milestone, like, number of players. And it's just like, why y'all motherfuckers buying this shit? Oh, I wish I had a good phone game. I actually was really excited for Diablo Immortal because I'm not a big Diablo fan. And I was just like, oh yeah, like if they've got a free game coming out for the phone, I'll play that shit for hours and you'll never get a dime out of me. But then I actually like saw Diablo Immortal like broken down and it was just like, what the fuck? It's like you literally can't even play it for free. Like, they let you play it for free, but you don't get anything. They literally show you what your rewards would be if you paid. Okay, well, I need to see something decent in the next hour, otherwise I've just wasted a bunch of time this morning. That makes me feel a little bit better that I didn't waste potentially a record Kaji. Makes me sad though that my theory is probably a bunch of bullshit. Makes me sad. Oh shit. Look at that motherfucker. Hold on. What happens if I cast that way? What's my background? Should I be casting directly below the sun? Black hole sun, won't you come? Show me how to fish. Trying something totally new here, fishing in a different spot. Switched up the angle to the left of the rock. Ooh, little bite. Something different, something scampy. Got a little friend on the line here. This feels like a, what we got here, like a 98 300. It's a small fish, but it's heavy, I bet. Give me 88 290. That's what I'm feeling. 98, no. 88 298, that's what I'm feeling. Final offer. Damn, not even close. It's a decent background, it's handsome. It's not perfect. I'm getting back in the glitch spot. Alright, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. You ready to see the dumbest glitch ever? Holy shit, the water literally dropped off there. There's like a water level. What a dumb place to stand. I don't even give a shit. If only there's a slightly better angle. There's gotta be a zoomed in angle that shows you the perfect, like, display of the fish. There's gotta be. Am I too close to shore? That's a quarter bar. It's not a bad fish. Again, this is going to be half of a perfect fish, which is such a sad thing to even say, but... almost. Oh, I'm like totally out of... That was weird. Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. Am I not like supposed to fish over here or something? Yeah, that's weird. Interesting. That was another quarter turn, or quarter raise. It sucks. Alright, so I haven't seen any record-setting fish since that kind of first one, which wasn't even a record setter, but it was decent. That one's decent. Ah! You can almost see the whole fish. So close. Are there any other cool angles I can fish from? Let's just mosey on around for a moment. Gonna mosey on over here. Can I get over by this guy? We can fish right in front of him. What's it look like? So he'll let us fish right up to... here, looks like, somewhere. He's the elder, I think. Oh wow, it like glitched hard there for a moment. That was interesting. That was like super weird. Oh, so it was glitched. Interesting. Interesting. Got another small one. Interesting spot. fish over here. Huh. Can't fish from all the way back here. Interesting. Interesting. So this is like the deepest you can go. I didn't realize there was a deep section over in Shigura. Holy crap. Should I be fishing here? Have I been fishing in the wrong spot, maybe? I don't even know if spots matter. Oh, you actually get a better view of the night sky over here. Wow, yeah, you get like a whole look at the sky over here. Interesting. It feels like I'm casting further too, but that's probably just because I'm in the water. Wow, I did not realize that, yeah, there was such a deep section of water here. Did it get deeper? It appears to get more shallow. That's probably why I didn't know. Where is that exactly? Right there? Where's it deepest? Like, I am not catching many fish over here, I'll tell you that much. Although that just, you know, kind of does happen. That water's like deep. Yeah, I didn't know there was a deep spot over here. There's like one. Maybe there's another one over by the entrance I didn't know about. It looks like the fishing pool's almost underwater. It's not a bad background. It shows off all the Shigala. Not the background I'm familiar with, but... let's try it for the next half hour. So the question is, Do I reset again to throw another 4 hours at it? Or do I reset until we get another good start and then we throw another 4 hours at it? Or do I keep throwing hours at it? Because we're not even catching big Kaji anymore. We were at one point, but now we're not. Beautiful. You have to say that. Getting nothing all of a sudden. This is weird. Almost makes me feel like my spot's good. I was never really one to think that spots mattered, but like... This is kind of weird. Maybe I'm not casting out... No, I feel like I'm casting out far enough. There we go, there's something. I'd love to see a giant over here so that I can see it in the water. I've never gotten to catch a fish in deep water like that. That's pretty good. 91, 296 is a pretty good distribution. It's on the heavier side. I'd rather have a 140, 300, but at this point, I just kind of want the fucking giant perfect fish. I want it all. This isn't big enough. It's getting better, but it's not big enough. Again, that should be jumping. I shouldn't even be able to scroll. It should be jumping like that. They should do this, again, that whole bar in like a tab. It's crazy. These fish aren't enough. I want to see a monster. A true beastie. That's better. It didn't feel better. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. All of a sudden, the fish are biting. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sun ain't playing around on this side. Oh, what a bit. That would have been a perfect moment to catch the perfect fish. Sun setting beautifully in the background. Could have battled it into the night. What a moment. Sullied by this 88 240. Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Oh, might have to take a nap if we don't get anywhere in 30 minutes. A good nap will get me through the rest of the day of grinding. Probably cook something healthy before I get back to streaming though. It's beautiful though. I'll have to pay attention if the clouds are like that next time. If that's the case, that would be crazy if all I had to do was actually be looking at the clouds and I just never noticed. I've mentioned it before. But I've never actually like paid full attention to see if like the clouds are different. Although those are like the prettiest clouds, like easily. And I feel like I would notice them every time if they were there. Ugh. See, I'm only getting those quarter turns. I need more. We haven't seen a full bar turn this whole time. That first, or the third fish was good, but we have not seen a follow-up. So maybe there's nothing to it. I don't know. Yeah, that's nice and all, but it needs to be big. Twice that would be good. Looking twice that. But I'm getting tired of saying that. Getting burnt. A little too soon. I need 2 more months of content before Dragon's Dogma 2's here and I can quit playing this shit. And forget about fishing for the longest fucking time. But 2 more months of this, I can't get burnt out now. I am 110% burnt out. But I can't. I need to know. Oh, it didn't make the double blooping sound that time. That's weird. Yeah, see, I'm just getting those little quarter turns. This just isn't, yeah. What do I got left? 25 minutes? We'll finish this out, but yeah, this is not what I needed. I needed a different seed or something. Oregon, it's just not good RNG. I don't know. We're not getting what we need though. This sucks. Oh god, yeah, see the sky's definitely different. Yeah, see look, it's like totally different. It's purple and gray. That's so weird. Another quarter turn. That's, yeah. So I need to see a half bar raise, like, in the first few fish. That sucks. I saw that yesterday. And I thought about it, but I didn't because I was like, nope, I'm not going to do a 12-hour session today because it never works. But, God, that was probably it. That was my 190 yesterday. I pissed it away. It wasn't even real yet. I just pissed away the opportunity for it. That sucks. Oh, perfect timing. June's getting ready to be annoying. She's eyeballing me. That's funny. You can like actually notice the water splashing from down here. We're like, yeah, I wonder how many other places have water this deep. Oh, no way. No way it actually lets me fish right here. What the fuck? Can I catch a Shingura? Come on, Shigura. Hook a Shigura. Come on, snag the Shigura. Hook the Shigura. Come on. That's a decent fish, but... Hi, June. Please don't. I'll be done in a moment. No. No, don't. Go, go. Come on. No, come on. I'll be done in a bit. She's not leaving my side. God damn it. Alright, come on. Come on, go. No, don't take my chair. It makes me so mad when you fucking take my chair after I stand up. Get out of here. I'll be done in a fucking bit. Stop. You little fucking rapscallion. Piss me off. Ugh. In 20 minutes when I'm done and I go and sit out there and eat my breakfast and like look at my phone, she's not gonna come sit with me. This might be where I fish for a bit. This is funny. Sucks to not have the Shigura in the background, but this is funny to fish towards them. Venturing into the deep water has not been the best, but hasn't been really good for a while now, has it? Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Well, it looks like it's all just gonna end up being random. I should have definitely seen another giant by now if I was on a good seed or something. I would not call this a good seed by this standard. I mean, the fish are like average sized. We're getting a lot of those quarter turns, but I need bigger, I need better. It's not doing the second bloop sound out here. Interesting. That's some bad news bear shit right there. Well, now come on. Am I swishing too fast? What are y'all afraid of? I don't eat the fish. I keep the fish. You will be immortal inside my aquarium. Perpetually alive. Forever. I'm getting nothing. Okay, well, this fucking sucks. fuck ever. Okay, I'm done. Calling it. I'm gonna fish in here, but I honestly don't even fucking feel like it. I'm just gonna do it and then save. Yay! What a morning. Thought I was gonna die, and then I feel like I'm gonna die now from boredom. Gonna crush the mind, spirit, and body, I guess, in the next few days. Crush all that remains. Rebuild from the bottom. From the ashes. Well, at least it's not a fucking worthless one. It's still not big, but... we need double that. Getting tired of saying that, but these fish are fucking annoyingly small. What is it, like a 1 in a fucking 1,000? More than that. It's like more than 2,000 at least. 1 in like 3,000 or some shit? I don't know. The Mardan biting? Thought the Mardan were definitely biting for a moment there. Okay. Not even a decent Mardan. Damn. Mardam. Oh, this might be in the 70s. This could be better, but not like really good. It has a chance. Probably just upper 60s. Nope. 69. Got that a few times actually. Try another one. That one did not feel just as big. Pretty impressive stretch of Mardans there, though. Maybe if things don't go well, we switch to Mardans and Dens. Alright. That's good enough for me. I mean, you're not going to catch the record fish if you don't fish, right?